I told myself, man, I just gotta step it up with these videos, man, be a lot more consistent. So I just wanna address this, and hopefully this video reaches somebody and maybe it'll save a life, man. Stay home. Stay home for the rest of the summer. And when I say stay home, I don't mean in your house. I just mean in your area where you're comfortable, in your comfort zone, your city, your town, your state. Try to find things to do locally, man. Get outdoors, see some nature, maybe go hiking, maybe check out some museums, because I know a lot of you dudes aren't into that stuff, but it's very interesting. You'll get to know some real history about your city and town that you grew up in, raised in, even your state as a whole. Go visit your downtown capital of your state. Do some local miniature golfing. Try to stay local, man, because it is not a good idea to be traveling. You know, the American dollar is already down in a lot of countries. A lot of countries dislike Americans. You know, Donald Trump has said a lot of things where people will just take it out on Americans in general, even if you are melanated, even if you are not white American, it does not matter. It's just not smart, man. You know, in France, I recently heard about what happened in France, man. A lot of people were out having a good time, and a couple people with syringes just went around with syringes poking people. Who knows? Maybe it came out what was in it, if anything, were in those syringes. But, you know, small children at the ages of 14 years old with their parents, man. Imagine being a parent with your kid having a good time in France and your child gets poked with a substance with a syringe, man. You know how many kids are scared of needles? We have grown adults that are scared of needles, let alone not knowing what's in it by some random stabbing you. You know, so that's extremely scary, an extremely dangerous situation, man. Try to avoid crowds this summer, man. If you can avoid big crowds, stay away, because, you know, I was just out and there was tons of kids, man. They were just acting a darn fool. They were throwing fireworks at each other. This was a day after fireworks, and they didn't care if other innocent bystanders got hit with them. My girlfriend was in the stall. She came out because she thought there was gunshots. They were shooting. She came out. She's like, what's going on out there? And I had to tell her, nah, it's just kids acting a fool. Even though I had to go look, I just looked to make sure it wasn't gunshots, you know, because we was downtown Hartford, man. And, you know, downtown Hartford is pretty much, Hartford as a whole, you know, I would say black people, Puerto Rican people are the majority. There's less white people than there are the melanated demographic. So, you know, just crazy. Yeah, there's a dog. Let me see.
He's way too out. Like the window.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna jump out, guys. You see that dog? Low key, like it's more than just his head and neck out. His whole body was out. There's a few times he lunged. Like look how far out he, guys.
Oh my God.
Y'all can see that. Just dangerous. That's a dangerous situation. I don't know why that person hasn't closed their window yet.
His whole
Hold on, let me. But anyways, guys, yeah. Even cruises. You guys hear what's going on with these certain cruises? You know, carnival cruises with people acting ghetto, getting into fights, disturbing your good peace and tranquility, man. A lot of people go on vacations to just relax. They don't want to hear hip hop music and you know, shoot 'em up, bang bang, shake this, twerk this, show this, girls shaking their behinds, smelling marijuana and stuff, and people that can't control their liquor. A lot of people go on vacations, go on these cruises. They don't want to deal with that type of stuff. You know, so I would suggest that you just stay home and not travel out of the country as far as cruises go as well. You know, even the more expensive cruises, yes, you're not going to have those type of people because they're not willing to pay those kind of prices to go on a cruise. But you'll have racist people, man. If you're a melanated person, or even if you're just an American, you'll have foreign people that may be on these cruises that spend that extra money and they don't like your kind. They don't like the way you look. Doesn't matter what your race is, they just don't like the way you look. You don't look as rich as them, like you have that kind of money. They don't like the way you smell. You know, people are just weird. They're just weird. Again, I'm making this video because I just feel like this summer we're just in really, really weird, sketchy, hateful times when it comes to people. You know, people are just doing things and worrying about the consequences after. You know, and I want everybody to be safe, man. At the end of the day, we are all God's children. You know, I hope that people who haven't came to Jesus Christ eventually come to Jesus Christ, you know, but a lot of times there are people who haven't came to Jesus Christ that are still good people. They're still good people, man, that really don't bother people and, you know, only are out here to just live their life, take care of their families, enjoy what they can out of life, and defend themselves if they have to, you know. So with that being said, man, just try to find local things to do. You know, I was always that person that felt like I always had to go somewhere out of my comfort zone and travel and see new things and be around different types of foods and different types of people. But it's just not smart right now. It's just not smart. Next year, maybe we'll be talking a different tune. But again, this summer, just be careful. Just be wary, man. So share this video with somebody who needs to hear it, man. Maybe you'll think twice about planning something this summer. Or, you know, maybe you don't give a damn. Maybe you say, you know, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Comment down below if that's how you feel. However you feel, I would love to hear it. You know, hit the like button if you didn't already, and subscribe if you haven't already, man. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace and love.